Hi everybody, welcome to class today. Today we're going to talk about section 2.4, and 2.4 is all about circles. So right away, book kind of talks about two concentric circles. Okay, this concentric word, not that you really need to know what it means, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of difference on our problem. But it just means that these circles have the same center point. So if you look at the picture here, you can see they're both centered around this origin here, 0, 0. That's fine. And they have radii, plural form of radius, of 1 and 2 square root 2. Now, how you really tell which one's which? Well, it's from these equations. So I look here, I see x squared plus y squared equals 1, and x squared plus y squared equals 8. So looking at those equations, we've got x squared plus y squared equals 1, x squared plus y squared equals 8. Now, we want to figure out which one's which. Well, the key to these really lies in this 1 and this 8. Okay, the x squared plus y squared tells me that my center is going to be at 0. Okay, and these numbers control your radius. Okay, 1, if you take the square root of that, you're going to get 1. So therefore, that's going to have a square root of 1, or have a radius of 1. If you take the square root of 8, that breaks down into 2 square root of 2. Therefore, the 2 square root of 2 radius belongs to the equation that has an 8 there. The general form of the equation of a circle with center at HK. Okay, make sure you know that. And radius R is x minus h squared. Notice x minus the x value of our center point is plus y minus k squared. Okay, y minus the y value of our center point is equal to r squared. Okay, pay attention to that. That catches a lot of people. They see an 8 there. They think the radius is 8. Not the case. Another thing to pay attention to here is your signs. See if I can get a little different color here. Okay, they are subtraction. So inside those parentheses, your signs will always be opposite of what you see. So if you see, for instance, x plus 7, okay, the x value would actually be negative 7. If you see y minus 10, the y value would actually be positive 10. You'd be going up 10. And to get that radius, always make sure you square root whatever that r squared is. The sign in the middle was always plus, and that's really all there is to the equation of the circle. So if we're going to find the center and the radius of the circle, whose equation is x plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared is equal to 6. Well, first thing I'm going to start off with is my center. Okay, that's going to be a point. Well, I see x plus 2, but seeing as my signs are always opposite of what I see, that has to be a negative 2. I see y minus 3, so I see minus 3. Therefore, that 3 has to be positive. So your center is going to be at the point negative 2, positive 3. My radius, well, I have to key in on this 6 here. But remember, that 6 is actually our radius squared. So to find what the actual radius is, you would take the square root of 6. Okay? If you had to plot that, you would just use your calculator, take the square root of 6, and make your very best guess as to where that is. The last thing that I've got for you today, we're going to find the center and the radius of the circle. X squared plus y squared plus 10x minus 2y is equal to 74. The first thing I want to do here is I'm going to group my x's together. I'm going to group my y's together. So I'm going to end up with x squared plus 10x, and I'm actually going to leave a blank because I'm going to put something in that blank. I haven't found it yet. I don't know what it is yet. Plus, and then we're going to go y squared minus 2y, plus we're going to have another blank, and that's going to equal 74. Okay, to find what we are going to put into that blank, we're going to key into this 10. Okay, it'll always be the number with just an x or just a y, not an x squared or a y squared. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 10 divided by 2 and square it. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. So 25 is going over there. Now, since I added 25 to the left side, I got to add 25 to the right side. And if you think this seems familiar because it's completing the square, yes, I did take you guys through this in Algebra 2. So this is another example of completing the square. Okay, we're going to key in on this 2. Okay, and I'm going to take negative 2 divided by 2 and square it. So I'm going to get negative 1 squared, or a positive 1. Again, since I added 1 over on the left, I need to add it to the right. Now, you can either go through and factor x squared plus 10x plus 25. Otherwise, I've got a nice little shortcut for you. Okay? It's going to be x. Whatever sign is in front of, in this case, my 10x is what I'm going to keep. So I'm going to go plus. And I'm keying in right here on what number I squared. So in this case, my 5. So I'm going to go 10 plus 5 squared. Plus, using the same method here, I'm going to go y. And I squared a negative 1. So I'm going to go minus 1. Okay, so your signs will always follow the sign right in front of either just your x or just your y. You're looking there for your signs. And together, oh, that needs to be squared. And add all that up on the right, and I should get 100. Which now this is in the nice form that we like, that I can see where my center and my radius are. So my center, well, I see x plus 5. Okay, change signs. So it's going to be a minus 5. Not done with that parenthesis yet. And I see minus 1. So it's got to be a positive 1. My radius, keying in on that 100. Okay, but that 100 is my radius squared. So I need to take the square root of 100, which is 10. And that's all we've got to do there. So there's your homework. Go ahead, give these a try. If you got questions, shoot me an email. Let me know. We'll get you squared around. Obviously, you guys can talk to each other as well. So that's circles, and we will check these when I get back.